Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
Christian McCaffrey, the ball carrier.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Bridgewater, a play fake to McCaffrey. He'll look to throw. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's third.
It's now 3rd down and 9 yards to go.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty. And before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
This is taken at the 18. Very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Bears take over.
At their own 36-yard line.
The Bears in good field position to start out 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. First carry now for David Montgomery. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
David Montgomery.
You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Foles on the give to Montgomery. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook. Go play action. Toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
Now Foles. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Brian Burns in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
2nd down.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Another try after the 1st down sack. Foles. That's complete to Mooney. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 42. 19 yards to pick up there. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Foles. Flush to his right. And he finds his tight end, Graham. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
He was trying to find Anthony Miller there, and it's 3rd and short.
I'm not sure it made a difference on that play, but one thing to keep in mind, here in the early part of the year during a day game, the sun does play a factor on deep balls.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. A play fake to Montgomery, now Foles. Able to find Isabella. Down.
Bears.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. That was the 8th play of the drive, so a somewhat fitting pickup of 8 yards.
At the 12-yard line.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. This is the receiver turned running back, Cordero Patterson. And the Bears are going to have a 1st and goal as he's able to take this inside the 10 to the 8.
Well, we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
From the 8, they've got it 1st and goal. There's Foles. Escaping the pressure right. Now a hit, and Foles loses the football. It's out.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
Very fortunate to get another shot. Here's 2nd and goal. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Jimmy Graham, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bears have taken the early lead. This is a crew, they've come out flat their last 2 games, both losses, but just judging by the energy level, they look different here early, and that touchdown shows how.
Yeah, it seems to me that touchdown gets them off the treadmill. Because, you know, you've been on the treadmill. I've seen you work out. You go forever and ever, and it tells you you've gone somewhere, but you really have. You're in the same spot. They've exchanged it for an escalator. Still got some hills to climb, but they can get there.
These are good analogies. I run outside sometimes, though. You know, get some fresh air, a little sun on your face.
A little wind in there.
Yeah, that's right.
Samuel on the return. The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically, what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Only needing 2 yards on second down. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
At the 47-yard line.
From the gun, Bridgewater. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Christian McCaffrey, last year's catch leader among running backs, the intended receiver. But it's going to be second down.
2nd and 10.
Here's Bridgewater. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the former first-rounder Artie Burns. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11.
Chicago. That's the end of the first quarter with the score Bears 7, Panthers nothing.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Darnell Mooney, the target there. That'll bring up second down.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into a bigger point. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
And he's unable to grab it.
Incomplete.
Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, third down.
And 10 yards to go.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. He may try and run for this. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down. A shotgun handoff to Patterson. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
The running back. The ball.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Second and
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
Not easy for Nick Foles of the Bears now. 3rd and long after the sack. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
The Kick by Pinheiro is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
Yeah, things were a little leaky in the beginning of that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
On the return, the Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They find themselves down 10-0 early after the interception on their opening drive led to a field goal.
So now they've got to pick up the mantle a little bit. You mentioned the team's down 10. They've helped contribute to that. How are they going to get their team back into this ball game? Run the offense that you think is going to be effective and execute it at a high level. And Brandon, every running back wants to use their speed in order to get out in front of things. Sometimes you just have to be patient, let blocks develop. On that play, that didn't happen.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30.
Brought down by Khalil Mack. That's a gain of 8.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
It's 4th down.
So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down. And this winds up a disaster. Nowhere near the marker. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position. First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
The ball carrier.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. On play action, they'll throw. He completes this into the hands of Miller. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down.
He steps out of bounds right at the line of scrimmage.
Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line.
And that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
This is up and good from Pinheiro. And that'll push the lead up to 13-0.
13.
These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talking about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And last time, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. We'll see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game, and sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. On 1st and 10, Bridgewater. And he'll go down. Panthers get there for the sack. The sack there by Roquan Smith.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
March 59. March 59. Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense. Here we go.
Check 59.
Delta.
It's 59.
Throwing on second and long. Bridgewater. He'll get this to McCaffrey out of the backfield.
Bridgewater's pass.
They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
It's a gain of 11. Now 3rd and 10.
59,
59, Mark, 59, Mark. Check, 59. Come on. Mike, check. 59.
On third down, Bridgewater. That's to McCaffrey, complete. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 13 yards, first down, Panthers.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Mike Fort 9.
Delta.
Let's go, D, let's go.
Here's Bridgewater. He's going to air one out for Anderson. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Carolina. Robbie Anderson. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers are able to get this back within a touchdown. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, full half to be played. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. He was looking for his rookie Cole Kmet that time, and it's 3rd and short.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
And he will have the Bears first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Buying time to his left. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And the half will begin with a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. On 2nd and 9, Foles. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete. Darnell Mooney, the target there. And it's 2nd down.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Foles throwing complete to Miller. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 38-yard line. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 38. Back to throw again. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. This duo locked in, 14 yards there, and a 1st down.
1st down, Bears.
They'll look to throw again. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Well, I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over him, and they got there to break that one up.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Steps away to his left. Open man is Kmet, the tight end. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Trey Boston. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown.
Touchdown.
Did I just see what I thought I saw? Did I just see what I thought? It had to be. Come on, say it for me. Say it for me. Who picked up that pass?
The free safety.
Oh, you got to have those great skills back there. Eyes, anticipation, great hands. And, of course, how about the fluid moves afterwards to take it all the way to the house?
Sounds like you're watching your old game film up here in your head.
Yo, that's the dream I had of being that player. I just never was.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
10 at their own 22-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play too.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now Foles. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Brian Burns. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
It's 3rd down.
Not easy for Nick Foles and the Bears now. 3rd and long after the sack. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trey Boston. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. So an opening drive interception to begin this second half.
And just think about the time you spent in the locker room going over what you expected to do in the second half. Not the way they saw it, not the way they drew it up. You find out this is something that you can't just edit, right? There's no rewrite here. This is live, and now they've got to find a way out of this hole.
They'll try to get the running game going with McCaffrey. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
And there's Christian McCaffrey with another run CMC as he's known in the Carolina area. Easily the most productive running back in the league last season. 2,392 yards from scrimmage. He's just so dangerous every time he gets the football. Whether you hand it to him, throw it to him out of the backfield, just imagine if they had the guts to let him return kicks as well. This guy is a true triple threat.
Now they'll have it 1st and goal following that gain of 17.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal.
7-yard line.
Trying to get to the outside. This is McCaffrey. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
He was brought down.
2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Panthers add on to their lead. Able to punch it in on 3rd down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a 4th down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating, will we have to make the call? They already had it lined up, never even got to it.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is up to 8. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And Patterson will not return it. It comes out to the 25.
25-yard line. Let's go!
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track? And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Trey Boston. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. Yes, folks, that is his third interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around the defense, maybe not as specific.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Panthers use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And this will be a Bears first down as he's able to take this up to the 30-yard line. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. Now this time he'll look to throw. And he'll complete this one to Patterson. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
Complete to Cordell.
That's a good job there by the corner. And we do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, short tackle.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
Patterson. A 5-yard pickup on the play. And it's third down.
Foles. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this third quarter of play. And we're back now in Charlotte. It's Bears football, but they trail on the scoreboard as we get set to bring you the fourth quarter. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. That's to his running back, complete. It's a foot race. The 20. And he's going to get this deep on a Carolina's side of the field. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on fourth down. So on fourth down, a big-time completion. And the defense, they've got to be shaking their heads right now.
Not only shaking their heads, but understand that they committed one of those cardinal sins that they say they can't do at any time. They committed an eye violation, had their eyes in one place, and allowed the deep ball behind them.
And a short pickup there down to about the 9.
Montgomery, the ball.
They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard.
Gain brings up 2nd and 9.
A play fake to Montgomery, now Foles. Flush to his right. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Darnell Mooney, the target there. And that'll make it third down.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield, because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on third down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected fourth down here.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Dante Jackson picks it. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick six for a Panther touchdown. Little choice, Charles, but to go for it right there, and that pick six will be the icing on the cake.
Yeah, you don't know how many more possessions you're going to get, so really you're almost at the point of no option. You have to go for it. Bottom line, though, is defenders know that as well. They know you've got to throw the football. Had the right defense call, it will make a nice play on the ball, and that's all she wrote.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And that last pick six may have been the backbreaker as they now face a 3-score deficit in the fourth quarter. And now look at him go. He's at the 30, 10, touchdown, Chicago. Andy Isabella, 77 yards. And the Bears get a bit closer.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
And they're going to get the two-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further.
Bears 21.
2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And it looks like the Panthers' hands team does its job. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. 20. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, 42 yards. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now, no question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. Yeah, what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
25-yard line.
Foles going to lead the Bears to the line, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. He'll throw from the gun. Dancing to his left. This one caught by Isabella. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. Here's Foles. Got a man, it's Patterson, complete. That catch good for only a couple. Here's a four-receiver look now. Three of those guys out to the right side on 2nd and 8.
At the 47-yard line.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 38. And a return across midfield into the 46-yard line. I'm starting to wonder, Charles, 5 interceptions, is that the last that we've seen of him?
Well, I think that a lot of people hope that's the last they've seen of him in this game, probably including himself. If this were baseball, the manager would have been at the mound already and asked for the ball, and he'd be in there getting a shower. But in football, you might have to go stand on the sideline and watch the rest of it and see if your backup can do any better.
They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. Robert Quinn is the one who burst in there to blow that play up.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. And give him 9 yards on the second down screen play.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
The Panthers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down.
4th down.
And they'll try for it here on 4th. Bridgewater and company stay out there.
Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike is 59. 59 Mark. 59 Mark. Check.
Out of the gun, Bridgewater. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. DJ Moore. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Panthers are able to grow their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And Patterson will not return it. It comes out to the 25.
25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat.
Give me some. Give me some. Here we go.
So that'll back them up 5. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. Back to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And now here is another interception. Dante Jackson picks it, and his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. But to be frank, CD, this is getting tough to watch. I mean, you feel for him, but 6 interceptions, that's at a whole new level. It's not a good level.
It makes it tougher and tougher to come up with ways to try and support him. But you have to as a team because you can't just throw your quarterback aside. You're going to need him later on. But it reminds me of a time that a former defense coordinator of mine told me he was in a game where his quarterback threw 7 interceptions. So after the 6-1, one of the defensive players went to the quarterback and said, here's what you do. Throw the ball to the other team, and let's see if our receivers can pick it off and turn it into a completion.
That's just mean. I don't know that I'd go down there and say that to him right now. Probably pretty fragile.
58, boys, 58. 58, Mike. Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. He went backwards 5 yards there on 3rd down to bring up 4th. Here's Michael Pilardi now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And this will be taken at the 13. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And possession will switch hands. 1st and 10.
Their own 23-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now. And if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 28. And he will bring this across midfield to the 49-yard line. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
Roquan Smith, the Bears' leading tackler last season, makes the stop.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Today's final score, Panthers.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Carolina, it's a much-needed victory as it gets them back to 2-4 on the year. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the New Orleans Saints. Meanwhile, for the Bears, they can't quite seem to turn things around as they fall into 2-4 now on the year. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to L.A. to take on the Rams. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.
Kick it and go. Kick it and go. We'll step on, spin, move, and zone, score. Off the sideline, a touchdown, I put on a show. never a cap, out of the draft, watching me ball. Soon as I snap, hit of the pack, walk for the sack, shaking them out, breaking them out, talking my talk, walking my wall like I do. Sit on the throne, get in the zone, turn it on, must be the shoes, must be the team, must be the camp, must be the crew. You need a win, who need a win, that's all we do. I've been a king and I've been about mine.